All right, flip over your pages here. Employment background checks. Okay? Before I jump to that screen. What I would like you to do on this back sheet is check any of these screening inquiries below which may raise an employer's red flag for you. Now, if you have zilch, that's fine. If you have one, that's fine. And if you have some and don't want to share them, that's fine. But I would like to know, do you have any of these screening inquiries? And so what this is these are the three elements of a background check. And you see my source down here. Identity verification, personal history verification, and credentialing. Okay? I once had a traffic ticket in a small city called Jasper, Alabama in the early 90s. I got a notice in the mail in 2007-ish that I had a warrant out for my arrest for a traffic ticket from 16 years ago. I went to the court to deal with it, paid the fine, and it was a pretty hefty fine, but it took a big hit on my driving record. So I would have to check this because on motor vehicle and driving record, because for 3 years I had this offense on my driving record that even though it happened in 1991 or 92, I was technically convicted of it in 2007. Insurance went up. Employers were asking what's going on. And I'm, what I consider a law-abiding citizen. This was a traffic citation that fell through the cracks. So, it's not uncommon for us to have, how many of you got at least one check? Let me ask this, did anybody not have any checks? Bonnie ain't have no checks, y'all. Well, good. In a way, right?
I hope so.
Well, so I say that because we talked earlier about empathy. Now, and I just shared with you what that experience was like. And I consider, I had a speeding ticket in 91, 92-ish. But I literally had to do some explaining behind this to my insurers and employers. What does this look like for our customers? Yeah, for some of them they can just draw a line straight through. Anybody have a check? 2 checks? 3 checks? What's that like if you were going into an interview and you knew that these are 3 areas of concern for you? What do you think it's like for your customers? Most of them don't even go through this process before an interview. They just know that stuff is out there, they're going to run a background check, they're going to do this, they're going to do a credit check. You know that if you're offered a job, according to the Consumer Reporting Federal FCRT, come on, you know all the acronyms, Sheila, help me. According to that Federal Credit Reporting Fair Trade Agency, yes. If you're offered a job for over $75,000, did you know you're subject to a credit check that they can deny you the job for? You didn't know that. If you're offered a job over $75,000, the employer can deny you the job based on your credit report.
Well, this is human services and they're not near that, and you probably won't.
Well, my point for saying that is, okay, my point for saying that is there's a lot out there in the background world, and if you don't know, and you're subject, right, to be held accountable to this stuff, who wants to go through this? If you gave me this and I was an offender and I had to check all this stuff, I wouldn't even want to go to a job after that. So that's not for your customers. This is designed to better help us understand and be informed around the challenges that our clients are going to face. And being conscientious so that we're better able to prepare them for that.